Hi guys, so recently I've been working a lot on improving my vocabulary in all my target languages, and because of this I feel like my comprehension and output have been so much better. So I decided today that I'm going to share what I've been doing to improve my vocabulary. The places I've been getting my vocabulary really depends on the level. Higher leveled languages, I've been just getting it everywhere. So through books, social media, even real life interactions, movies and shows, sometimes a podcast, sometimes some music. But there are a couple of things I still do for my higher level languages and my beginner languages, such as using textbooks, using websites dedicated to teaching my target languages, frequency dictionaries, and just physical dictionaries as well. As for how I actually learn and study this vocab, this is what I do. When I come across a word I don't know and want to learn, because I don't learn every single word that I don't know, I make a note of it somewhere. I have 3 spots: my mini notebook, which I carry around with me everywhere, even though sometimes I don't even have time to look at it; a spot in my notes app so I can quickly copy and paste or quickly write it down; 3, a notebook on my good notes app to write down things and practice as well. And if I'm just reading a book, sometimes I just circle the word if I'm doing it on physical book, or highlight the word if I'm doing it on my iPad. And after I have the word written down, there are 3 ways that I may end up defining it. The first one is just writing the English equivalent of the word. The second one is writing a definition of the word using my target language only. I'm trying to eliminate as much English as I can when studying my target languages, so I can just be using my target language to study it. For the third one, I will try to find a word that I already know in my target language that matches up similarly with it, and then use that as a definition. Like 어마어마하다. 어마어마하다 means enormous, and 통통하다 means chubby. 동동하다 means fat, I believe. So instead of trying to learn 어마어마하다 means enormous, I learned 어마어마하다 is similar to 통통하다, 동동하다. And that's how I remember it now. So I try to make connections as much as I can, whether it's writing the definition in my target language or using another word that's similar, or even the opposite. Trying my best to use my target language as much as possible. But if I can't, I just settle for the English definition. Or I should say the language that I'm learning my target language in. And of course, when defining these words, I try to use context clues. Sometimes it's not easy and I do have plenty of words that I need to get through, so I don't give it too much time. I try like for a minute or 2 before I end up just trying to figure out directly what it means. But once I have the word written down, go back to the context in which I found this word, and then I write it down in my notebook, just the part that is most important. I'm just trying to figure out how the word is used. And then I'll go into the dictionary, probably an online dictionary since they have so many example sentences to give, and then I'll look through them, read through them, find ones that I can use in my real life, and then write those down. And then finally, once I have a good sense of how the word is used, I try to make my own example sentences. I try to use the knowledge I already have, what I've been reviewing recently. For example, if I've been learning a grammar point, I would try to put it into my example sentence so that I'm practicing the word and grammar points that I've recently learned. This would have been enough for me to be able to remember the word and use it later. Learning the vocabulary word is the easier part for me. I can sit here and do this process all day, and I will remember a lot of these words, but a lot of them will end up just being words that I know passively. So some things I've been doing to make passive words into more active words is just 1, testing myself. So basically I'll have the word in my target language and then write it in English or whatever language I'm learning that target language in on the other side, and then I'll have it vice versa. I will just write down what I know from memory. If it's incorrect, then I'll mark it incorrect and make a note of that. I will add it to another page, and then a couple days later again, I will try to see if I remember it this time. And then I keep doing that until I remember it. And I only mark it as green if I'm able to spell it correctly, use it in a sentence correctly, and actively recall it. So like recently, I finally learned the kanji for yasumi and the meaning, honestly, because I kept hearing it. Like shigoto I know is 회사, but shigoto I still don't know the kanji for it. Yasumi, I know how to write the kanji now, I know how to write the hiragana, and I know its meaning. I also like to write it like over and over again. So like I'll try to write it one time, not check myself, and then keep writing it and keep writing and keep writing it. And then after maybe 3 or 4 times, I'll check myself, see if I'm doing it right. If I'm not, I will learn the word first without writing anything, just look at it, see how it's spelled or see how it's written, if it's like characters or something like that, and then try it again, try it again, and try it again until I get it right. That's something I mostly do on my iPad because I don't want to use up too much paper doing that over and over again. For paper, I like writing down new information and reviewing information. I have a notebook for everything, but I feel like with my iPad, I find it easier to just be messy and not worry about anything. But again, you could do this on like a whiteboard, paper, whatever you want. Honestly, I do it on whatever I have at the moment. It doesn't matter where I am. So that's why I like writing so much. I know that once I review it and once I keep writing it, it sticks. Also, speaking the words out loud often really does help reinforce them, and that's what I've been doing with my vocabulary for these languages. this is not a process that's really that new to me. The second part is, the first part is what I used to do for Korean, French, and Spanish all the time, and it used to work, but now that there's so much information coming in, I need to practice them more for sure. And these tweaks have been helping so much more, especially with Japanese. With Hindi, I feel like it's gonna take me a lot more time and a lot more practice, but to be fair, I have been focusing a lot more on Japanese recently, so that might be why. But with all my languages, I'm seeing an improvement, and I'm very excited about that, so I just wanted to share what I've been doing. As you probably know, this is a channel where I'm sharing my language learning journey. If you have any tips that you want to share, please let me know in the comments below. I love hearing how other people learn languages. It's like the one topic I will do listening practice on in all of my target languages. I love languages. That's it. And again, as always, thank you for watching this video. If you're new here, welcome by the way, and I hope I see you guys in the next one.